Hey, what's up guys? Robert Walkney here of CoinOpTV. E3 is just around the corner next week, so instead of giving you sort of a review or preview of some games, I thought I would give you a bit of a heads up on what we're going to be doing at E3 as far as our interviews, games we're really excited to check out, and a little bit of an idea of what's coming up the week of E3 as far as coverage. Alright guys, now I've been going to E3 for about 10 years. I've lived through the ups and downs. I've seen the booth babes come and go. I've seen the swag get smaller and smaller and bigger over the years. But at the heart of the matter, it's all about the video games, what's coming out later the year for the holiday season, and a little bit of a peek at what's coming out in the following year, 2012. So first up, I want to talk about some of the games I'm really excited to see, get my hands on some of the gameplay, get some closer look beyond the trailers or the previews that's been online or at some of the other events. So first up, I gotta say one of the biggest games I'm really excited to get a closer look at is Uncharted 3. Guys, Naughty Dog really went nuts on Uncharted 2, a game that many hailed as Game of the Year a couple of years ago. Now Uncharted 3 looks like it's going to be back, bigger, more exciting. It really has a good feel and thickness sort of to it that some of the other games out there don't really have. Alright, another game that has a lot of hype to it going into E3 is BIOSHOCK Infinite. You know, I've never really been a big BIOSHOCK person, but I really want to see how they bring the franchise back to the original developers and hook us in for sort of maybe the finale of the series, or figure out where they're going to go from there with the game. Some of the games I'm looking forward to is a game from Konami called Never Dead. Not a lot of hype to this game, but it looks really cool. And then of course Capcom's got some good games coming out like Street Fighter Cross TEKKEN, which looks just about as fun as Super Street Fighter did, with the TEKKEN universe in there doing some tag team gameplay, so I'm really looking forward to checking more of that game out. Alright, another Capcom game that I'm really looking forward to checking out is Dragon's Dogma. This game got some hype at Captivate. Haven't really seen a lot of it, but guys, it has dragons. We love dragons. We don't see enough of them in games. I don't know why, but Dragon's Dogma, looking forward to checking some of that out as well. Alright, now a couple years ago, SEGA came out with Vanquish, which I thought was a really cool game. Now they're back again with Binary Domain that looks like a really fun game. I'm getting excited about checking out that game a little further, getting a little behind closed doors, hands-on, hopefully with that title. Alright, finally on my list of anxious to see at E3 2011 is the new Devil May Cry reboot. There's been some buzz about this game in sort of a weird negative way. A lot of people are slamming Ninja Theory for taking over the license, doing a whole emo reboot of the character, but I thought Enslaved was a top-notch Game of the Year choice for Ninja Theory a couple years ago, so I'm looking forward to see what they do with Devil May Cry the reboot. Alright, so guys, we're not really going too crazy with the appointments this year because Haley and I want to get our hands on as many games as we can, but we do have some appointments lined up. Some of the games we want to check out are with Bethesda, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, as I mentioned earlier. I love dragons. Skyrim's got a lot of buzz to it, so we're going to get an interview with them. Also, they're going to be showing off Prey 2, which I think comes out in 2012, so we'll get sort of an early look at Prey 2. Alright, another game we got an interview request for is Namco Bandai's Inversion. Guys, check out the teaser here. It's all about shooting in zero-G gravity and navigating around the space. Looks like a really dynamic and fun game, sort of adding a new equation to the shooter element there, so looking forward to checking out some more Inversion. And then also we're going to get an interview with Activision for one of their games, Spider-Man Edge of Time. It's from Beenox, the team that did the last Spider-Man game, so we're looking forward to interviewing them and finding out what Beenox is going to do with the Spider-Man franchise. Alright, speaking of Activision, we already did a couple interviews that are currently under embargo. One of them was for Prototype 2, so we're going to be rolling that out on June 7th when the embargo lifts. And also we did an interview for Skylanders Spyro Adventure, so soon you'll find out what this little toy will get you in the new Spyro game coming out from Activision. So those interviews are already in the can, but the embargo lifts on June 7th, so make sure you come back to CoinOpTV to check out those. Alright guys, now lastly we got a few appointments with some of these behind the scenes closed door games, which I get kind of excited about, but not really, because I want to get my hands on the games, or I want to get an interview so I can bring the interview and show you guys some gameplay footage at home. But there's a couple games we're going to check out behind closed doors. One of them is the Tomb Raider game, the reboot of Tomb Raider. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with Lara Croft and her short hair look, her runaway look with Lara Croft. And the other one I'm really excited about seeing is Aliens Colonial Marines. Guys, this this game was announced years ago from Gearbox. It's resurfaced again. From what I understand, they're going to have a big display down in the South Hall, but you're not going to be able to check out the game unless you've got an appointment to go behind the scenes. So I expect there'll be some sort of crazy display. Maybe the Queen Alien Mother will be out there, and maybe some badass alien marine guys walking around with guns, kind of like the a la Gears of War kind of dudes. So that'll be some cool picture opportunities, and we'll let you know when we find out more, when we see the game from behind closed doors. Alright guys, so that wraps it up with a little preview of E3 2011. Sorry I don't have any reviews or interviews this week, but really my plate has been full just planning and planning for E3. So let me know in the comments below what kind of games you think we should check out. If you're going E3, what kind of games you're excited about, let us know so we can make sure that those games show up on our radar so we can get some interviews and demos and report back to you. For CoinOpTV, this is Robert Welkner. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave a comment, whatever. We'll see you next time.